Welcome to video lecture series on digital image processing. I am Kanakadurga from St. Peter's Engineering College, working as an associate professor in ECE department. I want to discuss on basic gray level transformation functions. Objectives of the talk is to understand the linear function, logarithmic function and power law function, to know the application of basic level transformation, to know the gamma correction, and the prerequisites of the talk is need for image enhancement technique and gray level images. So need for image enhancement technique is to improve the quality and the clarity of the images. We are go for image enhancement tool. And grayscale images are nothing but the variation of pixel values from black to white. Representation of the image pixel values of the image will be called as a grayscale image. For basic gray level transformation functions are three types mainly. They are linear function and logarithmic function and power law function. So what applies if I am going to apply the linear, logarithmic and power law? Every function of a basic gray level enhancement having the peculiar property for every function, we will discuss that. So there are for gray level transformation functions are mainly three types. One is a linear one, second one is logarithmic and third one is a power law. Observe in the graph session, in this session of the graph, if you are going to see the scenario of the graph, this will be called as a linear functions. There are two types of linear. One is a negative, another one is a identity. So without any curvature of nature, they having the functional value has been linear, which follows the straight line equations of the function. So those are two linear functions has been is there. One is the negative, another one is the identity transformations. These two. And next one is the logarithmic function, which are going to go for log of the function of the value of the pixels of the value. We are going to call it as a logarithmic function. So that logarithmic function has been represented the log of the value of the function. These are the two functions. So log and inverse log are the two functions available for gray level transformation. And the next one is the power law function. In the power law function, again we have nth power and nth root of the transformation. This will be the nth root of the transformation. It finds the root, that's why it will be called as nth root. And it powers of the function goes for nth power. If you are going to consider of the nth order value, it will be called as nth power. So the power law functions are going to be as the nth root and nth power of the functions. So in the basic gray level transformations, there are the three categories. One is the linear, logarithmic and power law. In the linear, we have the negative and identity of the transformations, and the logarithmic have log and inverse log, and power law having nth root and nth power of the functions. So first we will discuss with respect to the linear functions. In the linear, we are discussing right now with respect to the identity function. So the characteristics of the identity function is output intensity values are identical with respect to the whatever the input values we are going to consider it. Since whatever the input, suppose if any image is there, the image is having only the noise. We have to remove the noise by applying the enhancement technique. We should not change any intensity values of the image. At that time, we have to go for the identity function. The identity function will not disturb the pixel values, whatever the input pixel value is there. The same output pixel value is going to be produced, but it processes the image by removing the noise type of the sessions. So at that time, we have to use the identity function. So if you observe, this is the identity function. And in this scenario, it has to make the angle with respect to the 45 degrees, then only it will goes for y equals to mx. So then only it satisfies the condition of identity. Otherwise, if it goes for a different type of angles, it goes for with constant like y equals to mx plus c, going to add the intercept of the value of C. So it cannot go for the identity. So in order to whatever the input is there, it has to produce the same output. So it has to follow the straight line equation of y equals to mx. Then only it goes for identity of the function. And whenever the gamma value goes for 1 also, it goes for identity function. We will discuss what is the gamma value in the next scenario. Next one is image negatives. So if the image negatives is nothing but the black color will be changed to white color and white color will be changed to the blackish in nature. So in this figure, observe that this is the image negative of the values. See over here, consider we having the intensity value ranges from 0 to L. Actually, since we are starting with the maximum intensity value goes for L, in order to represent we are starting from 0, we have to consider from 0 to L minus 1. And this is the input gray level of values. And output of the gray level of values, same scenario, we having the maximum value of L. Since we are starting with the 0, we have to go for 0 to L minus 1. So these are the input. On the x-axis we are considering the input gray level of values, and the y-axis we are going to consider output gray level of values. So in this I am taking the representation for output purpose, I am representing by S, and the input for purpose I am considering it has been R. So how can we represent the negative of the function is the output of the value is equivalent to L minus 1 of minus of R of the value. Okay. So it going to produce the negative transformation. Suppose consider we have the pixel value ranges from 0 to 255. Consider that. So the intensity values of the image is from 0 to 255. So the maximum intensity value of L minus R, in this case it goes for L minus R is 255. So at that time what will be the input of the image of the value we have to consider. I am considering the input of the value is goes for, first I will consider for 0. So what will be the S goes for 255 minus 0. 255 minus 0 is nothing but we are having the value of 255, that is the maximum value of output of the image. S equals to, if I consider the next, I have to consider the input. I am considering right now the input of the maximum value that goes for 255 of the case. If it goes for 255, nothing but L minus R for us is 255. 255 minus 255, it goes for 0. So in this, if the intensity of the input is 255, you are getting the output as in the minimum of the value S minimum, and if the input of the image is goes for 0, we are getting S as being with respect to 255. So we are getting the maximum. So if I am considering the input is 0, we are getting the maximum of the value. If I am going to consider the maximum of the value, or the output of the value goes for minimum. So nothing but the black of the value, the blackish of the pixel value is going to be changes to whitish pixel of the value, and whitish of the value will be changes to the blackish in nature. So depending upon the applications, we have to choose the values over here, or further transformation. Mainly it is applicable for medical field. Suppose any tumor is going to be present, in order to find what is the dimension and the area of the tumor, we will go for the image negative techniques. In that we will do the analysis like suppose in the when I am taking the picture of tumor either in the brain or wherever the area the tumor has been present, if I am going to capture the image, at that time the tumor is going to be present like object normally presents like black. So at that time we cannot able to precise, or we cannot able to identify exact location and size of it, so we have to go for image enhancement. If I go for image negative, the black of the tumor is going to be converted to the white of the tumor, so that I can precisely, or I can we can find what is the area and width of the tumor. So in this image negatives, we have to remember the black or the darker images will changes to brighter pixel values, and brighter values will changes to darker. So in this we have to remember dark to bright and bright to dark. So exactly opposite we are going to get over here, the colors. So observe this photograph over here in this. This is the original image. If you observe, the water is in black color and the shape of the boat of the layout has been black. The remaining area has been white in this. So when I am applying the image negative transformation on this image, it is changed to opposite colors. Like water has been changed to whitish, and the boat layout is also black, so it will change to white, and the ship containment is going to be changed. Since it is white, it will be changed to black. Log transformations. In this log transformations, we have to remember when I have to apply the log transformation. Suppose I have to compress any of the pixel values present in the image, then we have to go for log transformations. Like I have taken a picture from the camera with having the higher intensity values or the pixel values, but when I am using the displaying devices like any projector or printer or monitor, it cannot able to project that high amount of intensity values. Then if I am going to use the same image in order to go for projection, the image is going to be in projecting like blurred in nature. So in order to overcome those type of problems, we have to go for log transformation techniques. So what happens for the log transformation? Actually the problem rises when for us we have the image with respect to the higher intensity values, and the display devices or goes for low intensity values. So in this the conversion has to go for from higher intensity values to the lower intensity values. So we have to compress their intensity value. At that time we have to go for log transformation technique. If we go for like the same projection of the values, then the image is going to be projected like in blurred in nature. It cannot be displayed properly. So in order to overcome those type of problems, we have to go for log transformation. So for the log transformation, we have to compress the values with respect to the functionality. So S, the function is equals to C into log of 1 plus R, where R is the input intensity values and C is the constant of the value. So in this, why we are considering 1 is in order to avoid the infinity condition of log. So for that purpose, we are considering S is equals to C into log of 1 plus R. So log curves maps with the narrowest range of low gray level of values of the input ranges to the wider range of the output values. So if you observe, here goes for the compression of the values of the intensity values over here. So it goes for the projection like this, the log of the values. So mainly it going to be, if you observe, it mainly whenever the intensity value is ranging, the curve is increasing only in the slightest in nature, so that the compression is going to be occurs with respect to the higher level of intensity values. So mainly the compression is going to be occurs for the higher intensity of the values. So it the display devices cannot having the projection for higher intensity values. So the problem can be overcome by using the log transformation functions. And next one is the inverse log. Suppose I have to go for the inverse operation such a way that the projection has to be compressed with respect to the lower intensity values, then I have to go for inverse log. So inverse log, what it does, that it compresses the lower intensity values. At that time we have to go for inverse logarithmic of function. So in this log transformations, it compresses the dynamic range of the images with the larger variations in the pixels. Example of the image with the dynamic range of Fourier spectrum has been with respect to the larger intensity values. We cannot overcome that. By using log transformations, we can able to overcome that. It can have the high intensity values ranges from 0 to 10 to the power of 6 or higher, more than that. It cannot see the significant degree in details when it has been lost in the display devices. So consider an example over here. This is the image with respect to the Fourier spectrum in the frequency domain analysis. If you observe, the proper displacement of the pixel values in this ranges is not proper. We cannot able to identify. So in order to overcome that problem, we are going to apply the log transformation on this image. If you observe, the clarity and the quality of the image has been increased by applying the log transformation. We can able to identify the dots and the circled nature of the photograph. So inverse log do the opposite operations with respect to the log transformations, use it to expand the values of high pixel values of the image while compressing with the darker values. So we already discussed mainly the log transformations going to be compress the values with respect to higher intensity values. Inverse log transformations is going to be compress the lower intensity values. The power law transformation, mainly we have to go for, suppose this is the image we have. The image in this we have low intensity values, and the display devices in this, the display devices having the higher intensity values. Okay. So the image is with respect to the lower intensity value, and the display devices is with respect to the higher intensity value. So at that time, even though at this time also if the projection is not proper, nothing but it is not compatible, the images are not compatible with the projection components. So at that time also we have to convert from lower intensity values to the higher intensity values. So for that purpose we have to go for power law transformation. So in order to change the lower intensity values to the higher intensity values, we have to go for power law transformations. So observe, in the power law transformations, the S equals to C into R to the power of gamma. So this is the gamma. The power law transformations, we are going to use the gamma value. So S, nothing but the output of the value, gray level value, is equals to C into input to the power of gamma, where C represents a constant and the gamma is going to be a positive constant of the value. The power law curve of the fractions with respect to, if you observe the fractions, it goes for the log of the functions in this case over here, and when it goes for the inverse of the log of the functions. So mainly we have to see the power law of the functions can do both the operations in this case of the power of the curves with respect to the fractional values of gamma. Narrowish range the darker input images into the wider range of the output of the values, with the opposite being to be true for the higher values of the input of the intensity values. So where in this of the case, same as it is with respect to the log of the function, for the higher intensity, if I go for the gamma values to be a less than 1, then it goes for the logarithmic type of functions, nothing but for higher intensity values it goes for compression. And for if you go for gamma is greater than 1, it goes for inverse log of the function, nothing but it goes for lower range of the intensity values are going to be compressed. Nothing but indirectly, if you observe over here in this case, the lower intensity value in this area, the lower intensity values are going to be converted to the higher intensity values. At that time you have to go for power law transformation techniques. So the power law transformations, depending upon the gamma value what we are going to consider in order to make the projection or display properly, that type of gamma value, the consideration, we are going to call it as a gamma correction value. So observe in this case, this is the original image we have. We are displaying by using a monitor with the gamma is equals to 2.5. If I consider gamma equals to 2.5, actually it is not projecting properly. So the area has been in the darkish in nature, we cannot get the information in this area. In order to overcome this problem, we are going for gamma correction of the value. The gamma of the correction value, we are considering it as 1 by 2.5, nothing but it goes for 0.4. If I am going to apply the gamma correction on this image, it's going to be nullify that whatever the problem has been there, it goes for the displaying purpose with respect to the CRT of the tube properly. The picture will become the darker in this case. It has been changed to brightish in nature. It displays properly for the human perception. So another example in this case, for MRI scanning purpose, this photograph, this area has been black, we cannot able to recognize. So in this next, this is B of the case, we have applied the gamma correction or power law transformation with gamma equals to 0.6 and C goes for 1. Okay, in this case we are applying the gamma value goes for 0.4 and C goes for 1, and the D of the value, the gamma goes for 0.3. If you observe these four photographs, which one is going to be best for finding of dislocation of spinal cord? In this area, we cannot able to observe in these two photographs this whole type of the containment, but in these two we can able to find out. So, but the clarity is more in this photograph when compared to this photograph. So this is the best suitable for us for finding dislocation of spinal cord alignment. This can be acceptable, but these two cannot be acceptable over here, since we cannot able to find the information in these areas. So effect of the decreasing of the gamma value, the gamma is reduced too much, the image begins to reduce the contrast to the point where the image is started to have very slight washed out of the look, especially with respect to the background. Nothing but we cannot able to find whatever the information has been present with respect to the background, whatever the information is going to be there, it will be lost by reducing the too much of the gamma value. So this is another example with respect to the image is going to be when we are considering the gamma has been greater than 1, the background has been washed out over here, and next the result of power law transformation with respect to the gamma goes for 3.0 and transformation with gamma equals to 4.0 and the transformation with gamma equals to 5.0. High contrasted image where the area is too dark over in this projection. So whether we can go for increasing of too much of gamma and decreasing of too much of gamma of the value, we are going to lose the information from the photographs. So we have to consider the proper gamma value and the proper gamma correction value. So the conclusions, for the conclusions, image negative is suitable for when we want to convert from darker images to brighter images and brighter images to darker type of images, and the intensity identity of the function mainly required when I want to project same with respect to the intensity values that darker to darker and brighter to brighter only, but whatever the noise has been present in that, whenever we have to remove that noise, then we have to go for identity function. Next one is the logarithmic function, and the logarithmic function mainly it compresses the range of the intensity values. So when I want to display the image has been taken with respect to the higher intensity value, but the display device is lower intensity value, then we have to go for compression of their values. At that time we have to go for logarithmic function. And next one with respect to the power law, when I want to go for projection like lower intensity of the value has been there and the projection goes for over their higher intensity value, there we require the correction, we can apply the gamma type of the correction in order to go for proper displaying in nature. So mainly these all the image enhancement techniques are useful for better human perception and for machine perception levels. And these are the references.